I think I am fully ready to start. So, without further ado, here is this week's WBRP.
WBRP.
Hello, and welcome to the show. It's WBRP. And this week, it is a shorter set list. Admittedly, I think after the subathon, we all kind of music ourselves out. But that's okay, because at the end of the day, the whole process of this thing is just to find new things. And sometimes that means either having a full-blown set list of 3 times the 5, that's how math works, or potentially, sometimes you just have one little set list, and that's okay. So this is a mini episode, not an episode from Minnie's music, which also is kind of what the subathon was. I think you get what I'm saying. Now, I do apologize to everyone who's watching an ad during this little overhead section, but just know that your ad viewing experience is helping the show survive. So thank you so much for watching the ads as we begin WBRP. And luckily, this section here is going to end just as the ads do, so you won't even know that I said something absolutely crazy. Anyway, that is all that we have, so let's get on with the show, shall we? Anyway, and so that's just sort of how it all goes, you know what I mean? But Minnie will get that joke because unfortunately Minnie was, I think, maybe the only person that heard that part, but that's going to be a fun little inside joke for us. Welcome in, chat. It is time to do WBRP. We have 5 songs, 5 things to vibe with. Oh, I wrote 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 down out of pure, not adrenaline, but out of not even respect. It's just like out of habit, right? So we're just going to immediately jump in, though. We only have 5 songs, so let's get in. Let's give some descriptions of these songs, like the vibes, what we're getting from it, the accolade that we're going to give that song, and then it's time to play some other games. What are you, the Count? Dude, I love the video of the Count song where they bleep the word count, so it always sounds like he's saying something crazy. One of these days, I got to put that on this show. That's going to be the song that I submit one week. That's going to be a fun one. Okay, up first is a song from Fish. This is Games We Play is the band, and the song is This What I'm Made Of? And this is definitely a band that I've seen on social media many times before. Like, not quite like, you know, did I write the song of the summer? Just to be clear, like, I'm not saying that, but like, they hit the socials on the same frequency as bands that do that. But that doesn't have any bad connotation. There's a lot of bands out there and they want to get their music heard. And I think if you do it right, you can do it right. I'm gonna hit play. I'm floundering. Here it is.
There's a light, I can feel it, but I'm bound to mess it up. Like after my whole life, I'm beginning to stop believing. Is this what I'm made of? Yep. I hate starting things again, burning out from waking up. And I'm afraid I'm not a man. Every day I'm losing luck. I've had every opportunity to have the things I love, but if I waste another day, I will give up. Why can't I just give up? Why can't I just give up? There's a light, I can feel it, but I'm bound to mess it up. Like after my whole life, I'm beginning to stop believing. Is this what I'm made of?
Okay. So this is very interesting because if you are not familiar with their music, right? This is like I think honestly a very good start into their music. but it's also very different than some of the other music that I've heard them putting forward. This is maybe the most that this band has sounded like we are former theater kids. You know what I mean? There's literally like elements of like musical theater and like theatrics within this song, which I think is very interesting. And also, if memory serves, this is the first time I've heard them have horn players in their songs. So that is also pretty new to me. Kind of an exciting addition. As a former ska kid, I love to have horns in on stuff. But I am definitely digging where this one is right now.
There's a light, I can feel it, but
Key change. Whoa. Oh, stop. Sorry. I was like a second too late on that one. Stop fart, just funny. Green, yeah. Singing, drums, 7 TV emotes. Unfortunately, that's too many letters. I'm gonna just say horns, sing. There we go. Real fast, I'll tell you the story of Green and Blue. A long time ago, we did a live show we talked about this previously on another stream, the Scavengers Network Indie Podcast Showcase. And on one of the days, Alex did a musical performance at the end of the day. And my dad was in chat, and it was like his second time ever being in a Twitch chat. So he was never really sure what to comment or how to comment, but there were all these visuals happening that Alex was making. And at one point the screen just turned to basically like nothing but hues of blue. And my dad just went blue in all caps. And so then in a group chat where we were all hanging out, we were kind of laughing about that. And then when it all changed to green, everyone was rushing into the group chat to type green as fast as they possibly could. It was very, very funny. It was like wholesome and kind that my dad was doing his best. But it was a bit of fun for us. Anyway, I don't know what we want for the thing. I always kind of mess around with this section, but what do we think about like music theater, or hang on, I'm gonna just because it has so little space to fit in, I'm gonna say theater majors in the real world. I think that's hit him with the key change. Hit him with the key change. There you go. That's that one. Okay. Up next, we have a twofer. The first one is from Alex, and the second one is from Emily, and they are to be played back to back. So I'll probably put both of the song things up on the screen at the same time, and I'll probably just say, and here's the next one when it's time. Okay. So first up is The Armed, and the song is Liar, and this one is from Alex. I'm a big fan of when things like really do like the major slowdown, and then here they're clearly like starting to build it back up. And now it's back to that main. Oh, hang on, solo though. Hold. Sid, that is so funny. I literally was about to pull the music down and say, no joke, and I mean this as a compliment. This feels like something that would be in Guitar Hero. I totally agree with that. Because there's a lot of complexity in it, but I could totally see like all the like the and like I can see the moment that you would put star power on and stuff like that. Okay, well, think of a label. Oh wait, who hurt this man? That I can put that as a label. Okay, so that was song number 1. I miss Guitar Hero as well, but don't worry, Fortnite Festival exists. Epic partner that feels a little bad about being an epic partner. All right, up next though is Liar 2. They made a sequel. They made a sequel to Lying. That's crazy. Here it is. Why is it doing that? I am genuinely shocked, though, that this is the same band. Did they have like a major, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a major turnover in like their band, or like, or in terms of like, you know, people that were involved in it? Or what was the major influence behind like a very huge tonal shift? The former drummer. Oh, well, hang on. A little bit of that first song in here. And also a slowdown. I can't explain it or explain why, but for some reason, the artwork for this does make me think of Alfredo Diaz. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I looked at it and just for a brief moment, I was kind of like, oh, makes me think of Alfredo. Don't know why my mind is connecting those, but it is. Yeah, it makes me think of Alfredo Pasta. Yeah, I mean, like, hang on, I'm gonna put. Uh-oh. Meta. Okay. The formatting is funky today. I don't know what happened with this one. I have no idea why this suddenly is left justified instead of center, because there's no button to change that. So I don't know how this happened. It does hurt. This hurts my soul actually to see. You can't see my mouse, but I am like circling it. Anyway, there you go. There's that. I like both of those songs. I think I'm the kind of person that would listen to the second one more than the first. But that first one would for sure, like when I'm like at the gym or whatever, if I'm like, I need to start lifting, that's what I would have on. This next one comes to us from Dean, and this is a song called Flyers by Bradio, Brad I.O. B-Radio, Bradio. It's one of those, Brad.io. Here's you. Synth horns? Is this from an anime? Because this is definitely theme song worthy. I do not know what Death Parade is. Is that good? Although Minnie just said still need to give that anime a try. So that is, I don't know. This to me is like, this is either the opening of season 1 when like everyone still has hope and feels good about themselves, or it's the ending track where like the bad guy and also the main hero are doing like TikTok dances for some reason. It's like, in what world would this guy be doing a TikTok dance? But like, it's just for funsies. Which I swear to God, like it's happened maybe 2 times to me, which is not necessarily a lot, but it's more than 0, you know? But this is in fact a bop. There's the title. And then one last shot of the main hero. There you go. And then a commercial break. Okay, that's a good one. It's very interesting. It's very dark about people dying. They go to these bars to see where they go afterward. So like instead of going to the pearly gates, they go to a bar. Dude, I would love to go to a bar. Okay, and this last one comes to you from Sudsley, from Sid. This is Jump Started by Juke. Nope, sorry. I almost said Juke Ghost just now. I almost flipped those entirely around. Luckily, I caught myself. This is Jump Started by Jukebox the Ghost.
Strictly business, nothing more. As I held the door. What a sight walked in. poor soul starts flying like a cannonball. What goes up must come down. Take my advice and run while you still can. The race has got my love jump started. The only one I want is you. Say it again. I hear the bells and the ringing already. 4 kids and a big old wedding singing you. Say it again. Now as I make the long walk home, you got me feeling like an overdose singing. Hey, don't act surprised. The goldfish wouldn't love you twice. And your gravity, my depravity, won't take my advice. I never run while I still hop till the race has got my love jump started. The only one I want is you. I hear the bells and the ringing already. 4 kids and a big old wedding singing you.
So every year when I work for Baseworks, my boss at that job loves this band. And so we end up having a long conversation about this band in particular every time. So I am like definitely familiar with this group. And I honestly have only ever listened to them because of her and like her partner's love for this band. But I have also felt that same thing, which is that like there's a very Queen feel to this whole thing. So here's the guitar.
Races got my love jump started. The only one I want is you. Say it again. I hear the bells and the ringing already. 4 kids and a big old wedding singing you. Say it again. Now as I make the long walk home, you
That's
got me
good.
feeling like an overdose singing. Maybe I just gotta pay the price. I feel broken, but maybe I just gotta pay the price. I keep hoping that maybe I just gotta pay the price. Maybe I just gotta pay the price. Oh, maybe I just gotta pay the price. Maybe I just gotta pay the price. Take my advice and run while you're still.
Well, there you go. That is this episode's that's this episode's submissions. Ooh, yikes. There we go. For WBRP. Like I said, it's a short one this week, but 5 absolute bangers. Perfect. Well done, everyone. And honestly, like a perfect ending too. Like that was a great final track, I think, for this whole thing. So that was honestly like kind of like sometimes we nail the order of stuff in that all new punk. I feel like we nailed the order just by randomization here. You know, we nailed it on this one. So thank you everyone for submitting your songs, and we'll have a special challenge for the next WBRP. We're going to do something so that we're all picking something completely at random. And that will be put up in the Discord probably sometime this next week or maybe 2 weeks from now, since it'll be, about a month until we do the next one. But until then, thank you so much for tuning in. And that is the way that the track fades.